Hello, so today I have a reading for you regarding what to expect for the month of August. I will say I'm leaving this very open, just whatever messages need to come through for you as far as what you need to know for the month ahead. This reading is timeless, so if this finds you after August was done or like in the middle of it, maybe this reading will serve as confirmation for you of what you've been going through. And also, I guess, in general, you could maybe benefit from this reading if it finds you after the fact. But yeah. So you have three choices. I'm going to start with tarot, and then I have 4 oracle decks that I'm going to pull from as well. I did not pre-pill, pre-pill. I did not pre-pick the cards because it just didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like the right thing to do. Everything feels like I need to do it here with you. There's also a significance about a lot of channeled messages that want to come through, I have to say, for every pile. So in the reading in general, I should say. So yeah, we have 3 options, and I also want you to notice that there's a theme here. There's a theme of like, I got very unique interpretations of tarot. I don't have none of these are the original right away, right? So we have the LIGHTSEERS tarot, the Wandering Star, and then the Tarot of Oppositions. These are very significantly different interpretations of tarot again, which I feel like it speaks about the August that we're about to have as a collective. Very unique experiences are about to happen for everybody, and individually, each of your piles, it does seem like they're very individual things, but as a whole, do you see what I mean? Like, as the general thing, it does seem like it's a very unique experience that we're about to have in this month of August. And August is the 8/8 portal, which is a very significant, powerful day, powerful energy leading towards it and after it as well. So, all right, without getting too much into the reading itself, because I almost want to speak about stuff already. But again, we have 3 options. Pile number 1, the LIGHTSEERS tarot. Let's see what card wants to be shown to you. Because initially, I don't remember what card it was. I think initially I wanted to show you guys the Hermit for some reason, but in every deck, interesting. All right. So pile number 1, you have the LIGHTSEERS tarot with the 2 of Swords. Pile number 2, this is the Wandering Star tarot. And let's see what card. The World. Okay. And then pile number 3, once again, this is the Tarot of Oppositions. And let's see what card. I just saw the Emperor, but let's see. The Ace of Pentacles. All right, there you go. Whatever floats your boat here, guys. Actually, let me put it here so that you can kind of still see the back of the deck and then the card as well. I honestly feel like the back of the decks are important as well. You see how everybody's like, this is like an explosion of something. This is like the eye, but it also they look alike. And this is like also about enlightenment. It's really interesting. Very, very interesting that we have like a theme here. All right, guys. So go ahead and pick your piles, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. If you guys picked the LIGHTSEERS tarot with this 2 of Swords, this is going to be your reading. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what you need to know for this upcoming August. What are your spirit guides here to talk to you about? I get like a surprise kind of thing, right? because with the Two of Swords, which was your card, I wasn't very much focused on the original meaning of the Two of Swords. It was more of like I was focusing on her, the fact that she was blindfolded. So that makes me think of like a surprise, and it also makes me think of a surprise that you're not even expecting. It's almost like the things that you think are you're in between, like you're in between one option and another option, right? What's coming your way in August, it's not even related to those things. It's almost like it's, yeah, look at that. It's time to receive something very, very new, very new. And it's not going to, it's okay, you might be in a Two of Swords moment, or you are already in that energy, or you're about to be in August. But the fact that there's an ignition of like some, it's like a third path opens up for you, and you go towards it because you're so intuitively guided, first of all, to head that way. But also it's like it's the obvious choice because that's where your passions lie. Does that make sense? That's what I'm getting. It's beautiful. It's like there's not even, it's not A or B. You have an option C opening up for you. It's a third thing. I almost thought it was the Two of Swords again, Justice. But it is kind of like the Two of Swords, because the Two of Swords, she has like a tattoo of this, of like the balance and scales. There's something about this third option that's opening up for you, this third pathway. It's karmic justice for you. It's actually something that you have slowly but surely been probably integrating a lot of shadow work into your life without you knowing. Maybe you've been working on yourself in that way. You really have been dedicating your time to not just balance in your life, but there's something about, yeah, I guess it is balance in your life, actually. Whatever you've been balancing internally, working through things, right? Spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, it's about to like, that work in itself is the one that's opening up this third thing for you. There's something about the number 3. There's something about a third path. I just keep seeing that. Or maybe the third path is not quite literally like just going to be like something that you stumble upon, but it is something that's going to be that you receive as information. Maybe while you're meditating, maybe while you're doing whatever it is that you do to kind of bring balance into your life, or to work, like I said, to integrate shadow or something like that. Whatever that is, whatever it is that you do to work through these karmic lessons that you've been getting your entire life, but especially I want to say in this last year, like since the year started, there's like a definitive thing, and maybe an aha moment for some of you. Maybe that's what takes you out of that Two of Swords energy of I don't know what to choose. Like you don't know what to choose because you're actually not meant to be doing either of those things. You're meant to be doing something else. Does that make sense? That's what I mean by the third choice, the third path. Wow, strength. Number 8 makes me think of the 8 portal. This is the 8th month of the year as well. Very synchronistic, very significant here. Excuse me. All right, let's see if I can. Master teacher number, by the way. And 8 also makes me think of like endless abundance, because it is, the 8 is about abundance, but if you look at it, it looks like infinity. So it is like endless abundance coming in for you. And abundance is not just money. It could be a lot of things. Whatever it is here that you've been working towards and you feel passionate about is endless of that energy. Does that make sense? Okay, with the 10 of Wands, again, it fortifies this thing that I've been picking up on, a path opening up for you. You'll see how there's a path here, but she's not going that way either. I'm imagining like, let's say you're here, you're like in a fork in the road, right? You either go this way or you go this way, but it's a fork because you didn't even realize that there was a third option for you. So you don't have to turn left or right without you knowing. You're just following your your intuition, your passions. You're doing the work that you need to be doing to bring balance in like your internal world is really much what this is speaking to me about. And because of that, it's like externally manifesting. And the more that you follow your passions, the more you're confident about where you're headed. And it's like, yeah, she's headed where she needs to. There's something, I want to say follow your joy as well. Look at that, 7 of Cups. Whenever you feel like this, Pile 1, whenever you feel like you're overwhelmed by your choices, realize that there's really one choice, right? It's just a matter of what do you want to do? What is it that you want to pursue? You will be supported by your spirit team with whatever you choose, okay? But know that whatever you did choose or you are going to be choosing moving forward, it's the right thing for you. You have to trust that, okay? If anything, that's part of this lessons that you've learning as well. It's like no matter what you do, what you choose, believe that you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right things, okay? This 3 of Pentacles makes me think of co-creation. Another 3. I'm telling you, 3s are significant for you guys. 3 of Wands. But I don't want to put it out, but okay, interesting. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. That idea, that intuitive, something you're receiving without a doubt. It's like maybe you're quite literally getting, you're receiving information from your spirit guides. Again, that aha moment kind of thing is what I keep thinking of. So, all right, let's see what the oracles have to say. Ooh. Okay, the wall obstacles. So, yeah, you could definitely be, again, it's like you're in the cave, but there's a way out. It looks like a keyhole as well. It's almost like you're about to receive the key to get you out of this, okay? And it's not necessarily that you've been stuck, right? It could be kind of, but actually while you were stuck, quote unquote, you were actually working on alchemizing a lot of things, okay, internally. You were doing a lot of internal work, but now it's time. It's time to like bring it in with the Pentacles, with the earth energy. Mind you, this is the only earth energy here. It makes me think, okay, it's time to bring it into fruition in this 3D reality. There's something about that. You're getting the key, the final, there's a final idea or a final tweak to the ideas that you've been having that are going to like help you manifest this thing that you've been intuitively receiving but not knowing how to move forward, because it's almost like the path was not ready yet. It was you arrived now. It's like you've been in this cave and you've arrived at the point where you're like, okay, that's the exit. I get it now. Like, I'm thinking of a labyrinth. I'm thinking of like, I don't know. There's something. It's almost like you've been racking your brain around trying to understand something, and now you're understanding it. So now is the time to move forward. That makes sense. Yeah, look at that. 556 and another 6 here. Cosmic wound, the divine feminine. Yeah, I see it now. You've been in this gestation period. You've been doing the work that needs to be done internally for it to then manifest outwardly into your reality. New beginnings with the moon here, and the fact that the moon is here in this card as well. That's beautiful. Work with the moon as well. The moon could be very significant for you guys. The moon cycles are significant as well. Oddly enough, we are starting August in a full moon in Aquarius, and then we're finishing the month in a full moon in Pisces. So think about that. Work with those energies. Aquarius, very much like, Aquarius gives me very much like very open-minded vibes. So you want to head into this month with this open mind of whatever happens, happens. And I know that I'm on the right path to what I need to be doing anyways, okay? Kind of like that. Don't overthink your decisions. Don't overthink anything. Just let things happen for you, because things are just going to do that, that's what's going to happen for you. Things, you arrive at places where you just meant to be there, and the path forward becomes clear to you. But you got to get a little closer to where you need to be. Does that make sense? In order for that to like be illuminated for you. And then closing with Pisces makes me think it's a good way. It's a good way to close the month, because that energy makes me think, first of all, the fact that it's the Pisces full moon. And tarot, the moon card is, the representation of Pisces. So, and it's also about the balance, and it's also about, it's almost like at the end of the month, you acquire all of the understanding that maybe kept you in the dark, whatever was being kept for you when you were like in the dark about things. It's almost like the end of the month just brings everything into fruition for you. It's like full circle kind of thing. And it's like going to be validation for you guys as well, as far as like the things that you've been through, not just in this month. I feel like since the year started as well, it feels like you've been in a very transformative time. 33, reflecting pool, stillness, reflecting pool. I'm telling you, there's something about you kind of having like you having the insight, because now you're looking at things a little bit like with an open mind, but an open mind in the sense of, oh, so that's why that happened. I needed that to happen in order for this to come in, kind of thing. Like in retrospect, you understanding everything that has transpired in your life. That's that kind of moment that you're going to have in August. Ooh, karmic path 8, a number 8 again. Karmic path, I told you when it came to justice, there's something about the karmic connections in your life, the overall karmic lessons, and they don't have to be karmic, and they could just be, we could just label it lessons, right? And this is Saturn. Saturn is the daddy of lessons, but whatever comes, out of that, the fruition of those lessons usually tend to be something that is very stable, something that is here to stay. Those lessons don't need to be relearned anymore. They've learned, they are learned the right way, if you will, with this Saturn energy. Look at that knowledge. Yeah. I'm going to read this for you. 33. Oh my God, the fact that I went to 33 because I was thinking of this is, oh, lunar moth. That could be saying, again, the moon is significant. That's so interesting that I went to that. Number 8. Okay. Ooh, it's a long definition. All right. Karmic lessons, learning experiences, hard work, perseverance, and structure. A new and valuable lesson is available to you at this time. This moment requires your due diligence. Pay attention to what is being presented to you. Have you been down this road before? Our souls come to this earth school to learn valuable lessons as beings of and for the planet. Interesting that it's not just you learning things and path being opened up for you, or like aha moments for you. It's a collective thing as well. That's really interesting. Where you are being taught, what are you being taught right now? This moment may require hard work, but it will have many long-lasting rewards. Exactly. You are not being punished, but you are gaining tools and experiences for living. You are not being punished, but you are gaining tools and experience for living that will be with you for the rest of your life. I don't know why I had such a hard time with that sentence. Okay, drawing this card also tells you that the foundations that you are building is strong and is part of your legacy. Without a doubt, with the 3 of Pentacles, yeah, whatever you're bringing in, I'm telling you, whatever it is that is going to be kind of, the word is like there's revelation, like there's something, there's information, divine information coming in for you. whatever revelation you're receiving, it puts you on the path of like it said, your legacy. It's like, it's not the first step that you've taken towards this, because it's like you receive this revelation and you have, like I was speaking about the Pisces full moon, it's like you have that reassurance, and then you have it's like it confirms your beliefs, if you will, that all along you've been headed towards this. But it's going to feel like a very significant shift for you, a very significant point in your life. Okay, Saturn is the 6th planet from the sun and the 2nd largest in the solar system. Saturn is connected to concepts of limitation and restriction. Although it may seem depressing on the surface, Saturn's role in astrology is to bring meaning and structure to our lives. Specifically meaning. There's something, again, with you getting this revelation, it's like you gain perspective about the meaning of your life. And in doing that, it doesn't just affect you. It's like a collective shift. A lot of people are coming around. Maybe a lot of you are having your Saturn return. Some of you could be 33 years old, and you could have been in the energy of the Saturn return since you were like 28 or something like that, because it usually comes in before your 30th birthday, and then it stays and lingers as well for a little bit. Saturn could be finally losing, lessening their grip on your life, because you've learned the lessons that you needed to. You've done it. It's what I hear. You've done it. You've arrived, okay, at a new life, as a new being, but not really as a new being, because it's more of like there's a lot of wisdom that you now possess, part one. A lot of wisdom. Saturn has finally, if Saturn is your teacher, has been your teacher, this energy, your karmic path, the things that you've been experiencing in your life, they're all going to make sense. That is how much of a catalyst this month is about to be for you. I'm losing my voice. That's interesting. To be fair. To be fair, more balancing energy, huh? Fortune cookie on one end and an egg in the other. Owls could be very significant to you guys as well. To be fair, 38, that's up to 11. Again, I go back to the Justice card. Something about karmic justice for you. Karmic justice, without a freaking doubt. All right, let's read a little bit about that card. I don't know what part I want to read for you. So balance, justice, and need to consider options, mutual benefits, the law of cause and effect. I think that's also what Saturn has been trying to teach you. Let's just read the overall message, because there's a lot of different things, but I don't want to touch on anything specific, because I wasn't picking up on anything specific. It was more of a general thing. So it says, life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move from stasis to doing, from discovering to loving, to letting go, to begin again. Oof. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not connected with if you're not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. This is what I was picking up on. You could have been, like I said, in that cosmic wound energy, in that stasis energy, and you're now coming out of it. You realize that it had its purpose, that all of that had its purpose. Your entire life, you could look at it as like little stages. You could see yourself having patterns for, let's say, 7 years at a time, 5 years at a time, maybe months at a time. You go through patterns shifting and stuff like that. And it all is making sense to you now. It's about to. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts. 1 second, guys. I was getting a call. So that's confirmation. So it says, accept them without judgment, and you'll see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. Cause and effect. For every cause, there's an... Oh my God, I didn't read that, but for every cause, there's an effect. Saturn said that too. Wondrous things will be rebuilt now. Exactly. You are finishing a very tough cycle in your life, a very tough couple of years, maybe more, maybe like 5 years. I don't know. It doesn't seem like months to me. It seems like a big shift is about to happen for you because you've accomplished a lot. You've accomplished a lot. You've learned a lot. You deserve this. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. All right. One last one. Let's just see what the unicorns want to say to you here. Very powerful reading, part one. My goodness, are you guys having an amazing month here? Oof, yeah. So you're done with the tough cycles. You're done learning a lot of lessons. A lot of lessons that were very tough for you. It's not that you're learning, that you're done learning. That's never going to end. But here you are about to receive. Be open to receiving goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming your way. A lot of, believe it or not, a huge part of growth and wisdom, especially in the spiritual journey, especially in the spiritual experience as human beings, is after we go through hardships, lessons that teach us very specific, maybe very harsh, intense lessons, is learning to receive the goodness that comes after it. And it's not to say that we have to go through painful things in order to receive good things. That's not it. But knowing that just because you've been dealt maybe what you feel like is a shitty hand in life does not mean that it's not, that cannot change, and eventually things will turn around and be better for you. It's good to always keep an open mind, part one. Very open mind coming up in this month, okay? Kind of let life take you where it may, because everything is divinely orchestrated. I think you're about to get the confirmation that you need to finally trust and surrender. And it's going to come in a way where it's gifts and it's goodness coming into your life. It's not that you're done with harsh lessons, and it's not about that. It's more of, we go through ups and downs, and you're on the come up, okay? You've been down for a while. You've been learning a lot of tough things for a while. Now it's time to learn with a little bit more lightness, if you will. Like I said, it's like Saturn it's kind of like lifting, kind of like you were under pressure, but now you're the diamond. You don't need to be under pressure anymore because you've reached that diamond state, if you want to look at it that way. Everything has shaped you into the person that you are now. And whatever comes your way, right, you're strong enough to face it. That's also why whatever lessons are coming, first of all, you'll see them as blessings, and second of all, you're ready to face them, right? That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I also want to thank your spirit guides for being here and helping me deliver this message to you. Thank you for your likes, your support, your comments, for sharing your stories. And I'll see you in the next reading. Have a good and amazing August. See you in the next one. Hello, Pal 2. So if you guys picked the Wandering Star Tarot with the World card that came out for you guys, this is going to be your reading. So let's look into what August has in store for you. I'm leaving this very open. I just want to see what comes through. Like I mentioned in the intro, this is very timeless because I feel like some of you are going to find this in the beginning of August. Some of you might find it in the at the end of it, kind of like to serve as confirmation of everything you've been through in this month. And then some of you might find it, I don't know, I almost wanted to say years later, but months later. It is a timeless reading. I do believe that everything happens when it should. The whole theme of this reading seems to be a lot about that. Divine timing could be very significant. Also specifically for your pile. Wow. We're starting off strong, pile 2, with the second major arcana card as well. Well, number 2, not the second. The High Priestess. Dreams, wisdom, inner voice, spiritual world, and secrets. Wow, wow, wow. You guys are very intuitive beings. Look at that. Amazing. 10 of Pentacles. My goodness. Family, inheritance, and prosperity. No, sorry, property. Well, prosperity as well. I was just reading what's on the cards. I love it. I love that for you. Page of Wands. Yes. More goodness. A lot of newness and passionate things. I think in general, August is going to be a very passionate oriented month. Does that make sense? Like, not sure if I'm phrasing that right, but it's like everybody wants to, everyone's as a collective is like falling into who they truly are. Like, it's the authenticity coming in as a, like an energy is beautiful. The, you know, kind of the combination of a journey feels significant as well for your pile. And as a collective shift in general as well. Look at that 6 of Wands. Victory, glory, triumph. Yeah, this is what I'm picking up on. There's a lot of it's like you've been the page long enough. It's time to step into, with the owl makes me think of the wisdom, and obviously the High Priestess. She carries a lot of wisdom within her, and it's also, it's not even that she has to embody it or be it. She's always connected to it. It seems that you guys are very connected to divine wisdom, to the oneness. What is it that I want to, how do I phrase this? To the one consciousness kind of thing. You have access to it. You're always completely connected. We all are connected to it. But some of us just have an easier way of kind of like accessing that knowledge, if you will. You could also feel or have heard your entire life that you're a very old soul. You come across that way. There's something about you being very calm, cool, and collected, even amongst chaos, even amongst you being a newbie at something, like having to start all over again. Doesn't matter. You collect all that wisdom, and it's kind of like you inherently have this sense of, how do I explain this? Oh my God, your energy is beautiful though. Let me phrase this correctly. Let me get some help here from your guides, because there's something about you guys being so established. Your energy is, you are so authentic, Patu. And you might have imposter syndrome. I'm laughing now because, like, I just heard someone like, what do you mean? You might have a lot of imposter syndrome around your spiritual gifts, around your authenticity. You might feel like you fluctuate between who you are, who you want to be all the time. Without you knowing, Pautu, this is you picking up on a lot of collective energy, because I keep going back to the collectiveness of things. I'm getting a lot of information from everywhere, it seems. And that could be your energy. You very much feel like you fluctuate between things. But at the end of the day, you do have to believe that you are wise beyond your years in this incarnation. That is what people mean when they say that you have an old soul, okay? And that's, you could identify yourself as a very old soul. And that's what that means. You're wise beyond your years in this lifetime. You have to understand that. Kind of accept it. You've been in this, you've incarnated on earth plenty of times. This is what the Ten of Pentacles is telling me. And you've always done so. You've always come in with this mentality of, I'm new at this and I'm here to learn. Wow, this is not even what I want. I didn't think these readings would get so deep, but they are. Look at that, the Fool at the bottom of the deck. It's time. It's time to step into this role that you quite literally have always worked yourself. You work towards, I should say, in every lifetime it seems, and especially in this one where August is it's going to be a very interesting month for you when it comes to your spirituality, and especially if you want to pursue something when it comes to spirituality. If you, let's say you decide, I am confident enough now to start my own YouTube channel. I'm confident enough now to start my own spiritual business. I'm confident enough now. I believe in my gifts. I see myself for the high priestess, the wise old soul that I am. There's something about coming home to yourself. Unity. Ten of Pentacles make me think of unity as well. Unity with self. Maybe you're also tapping into like Akashic records for yourself, or your spirit guides are giving you a little bit of insight about that. The Emperor, I like that. Order and law. The owl on the shoulder. This makes me think of you. You are stepping into this Emperor energy. You really are just truly believing in who you are, and nothing can shake the Emperor. They know who they are. They're in power of themselves. They also embody all of the kings. You could be at this moment, the contrast between these two, right? It's like the high priestess is like feminine, and it's coming into that awareness of being very sure of who you are. But when you are supported as well by this energy of the Emperor, it's like you take action towards the fact, or no one can shake you from your beliefs, of especially about yourself and your capabilities and your spiritual knowledge as well. There's something about spiritual knowledge and wisdom that it's unfathomable. Like you might think you reached a peak in this journey of yours, especially when it comes to your spirituality. And again, if you're watching this pile and you're not someone whose spirituality is literally a daily practice for you, who you're very much in this world about spirituality and the things that you want to pursue. You might read tarot, you might be a scryer, you might be a channeler. Like, you're doing something, okay? If that's not really you, maybe this is not your pile. And if that's not you right now, this could be the you that you're becoming in August, I have to say. Because some of you could be going through a very fast-paced awakening, a very fast-paced, let's get into your spiritual path kind of thing in August could be significant for some of you as well. But this is someone here, this collective, you guys have been doing spiritual work for a while now. For a very long time, actually, since you've been born. But now you're coming around and actually trusting. There's a lot of trusting your intuition and trusting the power that you possess, the wisdom that you have to share with the world, and also the wisdom that you receive for yourself and your own life, and I don't know, whatever choices you need to make. With the Eight of Swords is interesting because this is what the imposter syndrome feels for you. It manifests in this way, in this overthinking, in the I'm not good enough, I'm trapped, you're frustrated, you have anxiety, you feel like I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing, but why do I feel like I don't deserve, let's say, the title of a high priestess, or I don't deserve the title of being wise, or there's something about working on your confidence as well in this month of August coming up. All right, let me just see the bottom of the deck. The Hermit. I'm telling you. Healing, solitude, and inner work. You've been doing that. You've been doing that. You, the Hermit goes on this quest for knowledge, on this quest for wisdom. The word wisdom, it could be circling you everywhere, because I feel like I need to say it in every other sentence. It's like it's constant with you guys. Ten of Pentacles also makes me think whatever gifts that you develop when it comes to your spirituality, know that they are like in your DNA. They're part of who you are. There's something about lineage, your family lineage. There's something also about some of you and your family. You could be the generation, from the generation that kind of wakes up to your spiritual gifts because they've been dormant for a while in your family. Maybe that's why you're part of the family that you are in this lifetime, because you're meant to like bring this, show your family members, if you will. Like I'm hearing something about respect your elders or something like that, but you are an elder yourself. Like I said, you're a very old soul, so you're wise beyond your years, especially in this incarnation. So let's say when you were like 5-6 years old, you could have dropped some wisdom on some people that were way older than you. I'm telling you. Or you could be someone who views even your parents or your grandparents, your elders in your family. You could view them and you could sympathize with them and kind of understand. Maybe now that you're older, you kind of understand where they were coming from because they were mature, not in a judgmental way, okay, but more in a way of, I understand that they could be new souls. They're just 60 years old. Does that make sense? There's this concept, and I don't remember where I heard it, but I heard it somewhere, and it makes so much sense to me. And I feel like sharing it with you. Bear with me, Pautu, while I shuffle your oracles. There's this concept about, it's not the age that you are in this lifetime, like right now. A lot of us have old souls, and a lot of us are also new souls. So you could encounter like a 60-year-old who actually has only been around the block, right, on this earth for maybe 2 or 3 times. So they're a baby soul. You have to kind of see it in their behavior, if you will. You have to respect that, okay? There's something about, and you do, I'm not saying that you don't. There's something about kind of seeing people for not just who they are right now, but there's something about you tapping into, maybe that's what you do actually. That makes sense that I'm bringing that up. You can tap into Akashic records in that sense of like, you can tell someone or you can read for them and you can tell them, hey, you're actually, you might be struggling with people. I feel like people might come to you for advice because of the wisdom. So you might be able to tell them, hey, you actually struggle with this because it's like maybe your second time encountering this kind of situation in not in this lifetime, but in general as a soul incarnated on earth. So that's why you're kind of maybe struggling through that. Or there's something about you having a lot of information about whoever it is that you read for, whoever seeks your wisdom and allows you into their energy and allows you to read for them, about them, I should say as well. It's like they let you in and you search through, I don't know. This is beautiful what I'm seeing. There's something about with the Hermit, it's making me think people come to you for information about themselves, and you and them together embark on this journey almost through like the subconscious, the depths of their soul, and you're able to read. It's like you're a soul reader. I've never heard that term. I don't know. Yeah, it's like you read souls. You read souls incarnations or something. This is all happening soon, you guys. This is maybe a lot of the things that you've been working on your spirituality and your gifts are all coming around to the fact that you are a soul reader. Number 4 makes me think of foundations. You build all your spiritual practices have been building this foundation for you, the caterpillar opportunity. And you're about to have the opportunity in August to kind of really fall into this role. It's not just for your benefit or even your small community or the community of, like, you know, the spiritual beings that kind of spiritual people that kind of follow you or listen to your advice or, you know, watch your readings or get readings from you. It's like a big impact that you're about to have. I'm also seeing like you're a trendsetter. This is very new. The spirit, I'm telling you, the spiritual gift of like being a soul reader, I've never heard that term. I'm sure it exists, okay, don't get me wrong, and I'm sure maybe it's called something else, but you know, the only thing I could call it is someone who taps into Akashic records, I guess. And you see what I mean? You see what I mean when, like, you have a lot of practice doing this, pal, too. You've been around the block a lot of times. It's almost like you've done this plenty of times, because you see every little thing here makes me think of a lifetime. And here you are, like every lifetime you develop a little bit more and a little bit more. And how now it's like you're ready. You're fully there. You have this capability because I don't know, you're ready. You're ready for it. That is so cool, so significant, so amazing. Storm spirit chaos. Maybe you work with Thor. That could be a confirmation for some of you. This is also making me think like you see through the chaos. You see through the confusion. Because I'm almost seeing like you embark on this journey, like I was saying, transformation, butterfly, from a caterpillar to a butterfly. That is so significant. Another goddess, Aphrodite, is what I'm getting here too. Venus could be significant. Your Venus placement could be very significant as well. Venus placements could definitely be in Aquarius. I don't know why. That's just what's coming in. That's confirmation for someone. There's something about, imagine like when I said you go on this journey with this, whoever it is that you're reading for, right? It's like you take them along with you, or they take you along with them. And because you've been through this journey for your own self, you've been through the self-discovery, you are able to help others to do the same. Maybe that's, you know, if you don't want to think of a very spiritual kind of thing, because I am seeing it in a very spiritual way, honestly. I'm almost seeing like you go on this trance with this person, and you both kind of like you help them because you've been through this before. It could be like a healing kind of environment, a healing ritual is what I want to say as well. Very shamanic energy is what I'm getting. You could have that kind of, again, in your heritage, in your lineage, and it kind of got stopped being, maybe your ancestral wisdom is coming in right now, and you're reactivating all of that because you're meant to, because a lot of the natural ways of healing or helping others to heal with others as a community has been lost, not just in your family, as a community, as a collective as well. And you're kind of bringing some of that in again. And because you are a very wise old soul, it's your DNA is being activated. It's, again, this is not something that you self-proclaim, okay? Because you, like I said, you struggle with imposter syndrome, Patu. So it's not that you're like here telling everybody, I'm an old soul and I'm an old ancestor and I can help you with this. No, you're not doing that. People are telling you that that's what you do. So it gets to a point where you're going to have to listen, okay? It's your spirit guides are going to bring a lot of confirmation for you through interactions is what I want to say as well. All right. Oof. Affluence. Number 5. A lot of change as well for you guys. It's almost like this is night and day for you, I have to say. Actually, since we have this here, I want to read the quote that the High Priestess have, the Emperor, and the Hermit, the 3 major arcanas. All right. So the high priestess says, the eye with which I see God is the same eye with which God sees me. Oh my God. The fact that it's on page 22 as well, and this is number 2, so 222 could be very significant for you guys. Let me read that again, because that is the eye with which I see God is the same eye with which God sees me. You are one and the same with the divine is what really this is telling me. And I was picking up on that already with the one consciousness, you have like a direct line to that. Okay, it's like you have the personal phone number. All right, the Emperor. What the mind of the man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Oh my goodness. You have to not put limitations on yourself. You have to trust this wisdom that just naturally flows into you. You could be a channeler as well, Pao 2. And then people are going to come to you for answers. And you are going, your words have such depth to them and like healing properties. And they're also just synchronistic to them. You're going to make sense to those people that are seeking the answers that you're speaking about. Does that make sense? Wow, that is powerful. All right, the Hermit. A gentle person treads lightly, listens carefully, looks tenderly, and touches with reverence. Let's dress ourselves with gentleness. In our tough and often unbending world, our gentleness can be a vivid reminder of the presence of God among us. Without a doubt, you have a very healing, beautiful, empathetic energy about you. There's a lot of love that emanates from you. Because of that, you're wise and old in the sense of you're very accommodating to everybody. You're very you're very empathetic, and you're very you care about people. Okay, you care about their struggles and you want to help them through it, especially the ones that you have been through as well. And even if you haven't been through some of them, you have this direct line, like I said, to wisdom that can help them, so you want to help them. That's really beautiful. I'm almost reading that, I'm almost like emotional for some reason, because yeah, we need more gentleness in this world. All right, so affluence, wealth in all forms is available to you now. You are rich in all accounts. Drawing this card invites you to feel the abundance flow of having all that you need in the material and spiritual plane. If you are inquiring about a situation or relationship, this certainly indicates that there is much to be experienced here. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. You are being provided for and rewarded at this time. Without a doubt. Especially if you align to this path of trying to give back to the community, give back to people and help. It's almost like everything that you need is just going to flow into your life. Because it's like you are stepping, how is this so significant for you? You are stepping into your divine path, into your purpose. Okay, it is very significant. The symbol of the Hindi Tantra, which is based on the Hindu philosophy of Shaktism. So I believe Shakti is a goddess. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure. Shakti, not Shaktism, but Shaktism is the practice of. Maybe you want to look up that symbol. I'm gonna butcher that, so I'm just gonna let you see it what it is. Siri Jantra. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. All right. Let's get another oracle for you here. Extremely significant month for you. Look at that. Another 2. Yang, feminine energy. I was picking up on the feminine energy. All right, 32. here and now. It's like you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to be present, okay? Stay in the present moment and everything will work itself out to you. The color green is very significant as well. It makes me think again of like how they mentioned your gentleness, your loving nature. It's needed. It's beautiful. It's part of your. It's honestly part of your journey. It's part of your what is it? Oh my God, I'm at a loss for words all of a sudden. It's part of your purpose, is what I want to say. All right. Being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. So the oracle says, everything happens in the now, in the present. Only this moment counts. You have what it takes to handle anything today if you let go of the need to look in the future or reflect in the past. Be present and notice what is going on right now. This very moment has the potential for you to create miracles in your life. Interesting that that's what's coming up with the whole you don't need to look in the past or the present, because I was saying how you guys can kind of tap into Akashic records and previous incarnations of souls and stuff like that. So it's interesting. There's a bit of like your knowledge is double edged, if you will. There's a lot to be learned from the past experiences, but there's a lot to be learned from just being present here and now. Is also what matters. Maybe you're about to learn that yourself, especially to get out of this energy. It's better to just stay in the present, but at the same time, you still feel like you are connected to the previous wisdoms that you've acquired. Kind of just see it like that. It's like everything has built up to this moment for you. All right. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful, Patu. I'm telling you, your reading is amazing. And what you're about to encounter moving forward. It's not just August. It's moving forward, period. Miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. I think this is also speaking about that for you. The here and now helps you to surrender how things are going to happen and focus on more of what do I have to do today? What is today? What is my mission for today? Your purpose is one day at a time. You don't have to focus on the grand scheme of things. And I just have to show you the bottom of the deck because I feel like it is significant as well with leadership. Yeah. Step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. This is what you're here to do. And you're here to do it from the heart, okay? From the soul. In a very, with a very oh my God, I can't speak. Oh my God. Without judgment. Since that word doesn't want to come out of my mouth. Not judgment, just acceptance of who everyone is, who you are. It's a very harmonious energy that you possess here. Very welcoming. And, it makes sense that you're here to be a healer or to be someone who inspires others to feel better, do better, accept who they are and just love themselves. And there's a lot of gentleness and love that you're bringing into this world. And you do so authentically. That is the most beautiful thing also. Maybe the imposter syndrome comes from that. You're so authentically, you've always been this way that you kind of like, you almost like repel those labels. They almost you don't feel comfortable with certain labels and things. But that doesn't take away from the fact that just because you don't feel like you want to label yourself as a healer, you still are one, right? So think about that. All right. So thank you so much, Pautu, for letting me read for you. Thank you for your comments, your support, for sharing your stories. Thank you to your spirit guides for letting me read for you as well today. I hope you have an amazing month coming up and an amazing life moving forward as well. I'll see you in the next reading. Have a good one. Hello, pile 3. So if you guys pick the Tarot of Oppositions with the Ace of Pentacles, this is going to be your reading. I have to start with this card for a second because the bee was calling my attention. So I was like, okay, gonna be a busy bee. But then I noticed there's a dragonfly on the opposite end of that. And it's like, dragonflies make me think of spirituality. So you might be a little bit of a busy bee, bringing in like spiritual concepts into the 3D because it's an Ace of Pentacles. So it's almost like you're planting, maybe kind of earthing or like, anchoring in certain spiritual beliefs, not just in your life, but for the collective as well. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in August for you guys. Eight of Swords. Okay. So that's the Eight of Swords upright. Look at that. Justice jumping out. Okay. Seven of Wands. Five of Cups. Four of Cups. The Magician in reverse. I don't want it in reverse though. Since these cards are like, they have, you look at all of them in both ways anyways, but I want to put it like that. And I'm just going to shuffle and just get the bottom of the deck energy, see what's going on there. Ooh, okay, interesting. Knight of Pentacles, okay. Let's see. Look at that. Synchronicities. You might be getting a lot of synchronicities and moving into August, in August, right now. I don't know. All right. There's something about you having all the tools that you need to move forward. And because you have all the tools that you need to move forward, you're getting out of, you might have been trapped, but you're out of that now. You've realized that you can set yourself free. That the only thing holding you back was yourself. It's maybe your perception of yourself. Maybe a lot of the things that you've been working on has had to do with karmic justice and kind of seeing the lessons and the things that you were experiencing. With the Seven of Wands, it's interesting. Because while this person's kind of, they're still fighting, right? But it's like they're being defeated. This person has finally, again, there's a sense of you're stepping into a lot of freedom because you're realizing how powerful you are. You are very powerful. With the Magician here, maybe you were living in a distorted sense of power before. I say distorted. Not necessarily, because usually the Magician in reverse would mean like someone that's a little bit possessive or manipulative. But your distorted sense of the Magician energy was more of not believing in your own power and your own abilities. And now you're realizing that no matter how little or how much you have, you're very appreciative of it nonetheless. And then that brings in this new beginning, which I keep thinking it's like a reward. It's something, it's like a garden and you're picking up what has been growing throughout this time. And it's almost like, even though you've been putting in the work and you've been doing the things, living your life day to day, trying to be the best version of yourself, you also were a little bit worried that things were never gonna get better for you. You were having a little bit of internal struggle. It's almost like, if you think about it, right? You live your day-to-day life, But you should not always be so critical of yourself. And this was you in the past, or maybe this is you now. And then moving into August is going, this is going to shift for you. It's like if you plant a seed, you cannot every single day go up to it and like judge whether it has flourished into something or not. It's sprouted or giving you fruit. You can't worry about it every single day like that. Just like you wouldn't judge a seed for taking its time to, again, sprout and bloom and give you something for you to pick, right? You should not judge yourself for having to go through the motions of your daily life. And again, just doing the best that you can every single day with whatever little or how much, or especially when you've been struggling internally and working through a lot of lessons here. The justice being in between these two energies, you guys, it's making me think of, you really have had to stand your ground again and again and again against yourself, maybe against like family, against like in your day-to-day life. You really have fought for who you are and your happiness. And also in an internal struggle as well. Mentally, you probably have had to overcome maybe some emotional burdens, some when it comes to like your well-being, as far as like psychological things as well. I don't know. There's something about you struggling, period. You cannot judge yourself based on that, because you were alchemizing these energies for your betterment. And believe it or not, all that you've been through has actually given you the tools that you need. You have the tools. You have the tools you need. And it's time to believe in yourself and believe yourself capable of using them. But even if you don't believe in yourself yet, you're about to, because you're going to see the fruits of your labor. That's what I'm getting as well. And it's quite beautiful, because usually the Five of Cups, right, in general, in all tarot cards, they're usually depicted as someone being very like, I'm going to cry over spilled milk forever, until you realize, okay, never mind. There's 2 cups behind me. I can move past this, right? You've reached that point already. You've done this. You've alchemized this. You've learned from those karmic lessons. Now it's time for you to receive the goodness that comes out of that. And it starts little by little, but it definitely starts in the heart for you. It starts in you believing in yourself, pouring a lot of love into yourself, trusting yourself, being friendly towards yourself, not judgmental, not overthinking about your own self and what you're doing, what you could be doing. I should be this for long, or none of that. None of that. That you're realizing actually hinders you, because you have all the tools, but you second guess yourself every step of the way. And maybe this is something that has been learned throughout your life, or was learned in childhood. And that could, like I was saying, your struggle. There's something about an internal struggle, you fighting, not fighting per se, you kind of trying to understand where this lack mentality comes from. And also at the same time, showing a compassion, showing an empathy, and saying, I get it. I understand. This is what we were taught. This is what we have thought throughout our lives. But it's time for a change from that, because I want to be happy, and I want to really step into my power here, because I know that I possess the powers. I possess everything that I need to be happy in this life, to be fruitful in this life, to have abundance, to bring balance into my life. I don't want to be in one end or another. I want to be balanced, and I want to be, this is you. And I'm grateful for everything that I have. But I know that there's more to be had. There's something about that too. You have a lot of gratitude. You have a lot of a sense of acceptance, right? But you also know that one thing does not take away from the other, in the sense of you could be grateful, but still, kind of strive to do more and have more of whatever it is that you're seeking, right? It does not take away from the fact that you are grateful for where you are right now, but it also means that you have goals for yourself. August is going to be significant for you about that. It's like a little bit of stepping into a lot of confidence is what I'm seeing, actually. And the confidence comes from within as well, which is why it's really beautiful that you honor yourself in this way. Part 3, you realize that the reason why you face these struggles, especially internally, feels like a lot of it is internal, is because you know that you are ready to conquer it. It wouldn't be irking at you, the fact that you kind of have to coach yourself through certain things all the time, or you have to constantly tell yourself, no, you are capable, you can do this. It wouldn't be irking at you unless you were ready to move beyond it. Does that make sense? Lessons wouldn't be presented to you unless you were ready to face them, if you will. And face them you definitely have. And you're on the other side of it now. You're receiving what is being offered to you. You're seeing that you have these 2 cups. You're not just crying over spilled milk anymore. You're not just surviving. It's also what I want to say. You're about to thrive, okay? Quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. Quite powerful month coming up for you as well. All right. Let's see what your oracles have to say about this. Look at that one. I know another ace. A tidy house, clarity, and organization. It's like you're getting a brand new beginning. Yeah. Look at the bottom of the deck. Straddling worlds, wandering between realms. This is you. You're in this in-between right now. You could be very much in an in-between, in a shift. If you're looking at this, like I am for a second, bear with me. It's like you're almost like you know how a lot of people talk about another earth and like you shift into another reality? That could be you right now, honestly. Pal 3, you're about to shift into, it's going to feel like another reality. It's going to feel like a powerful new beginning for you, very powerful new beginning. And it all comes from within, because the home to me has always meant the soul, right? Who you are, your core, right? So all of this magic, all of this newness is coming from there. The heart center as well. All of these goals that you've set with a very nice intent, they're about to manifest for you. Excuse me. They're about to manifest for you. Trust, Crystal Cave. Yeah. It's time to trust. Number 9, I like that too. 9 is actually a very karmic number. Some people don't like the number 9 because of that. But again, the 9, then the 10, and then we go back to 1, right? There's something about new beginnings, newness. You deserve this. You've worked towards this. You've alchemized a lot to get here. You've done a lot of internal work to get here. So yeah, you are stepping into a lot of confidence and a lot of goodness in your life this coming month, this coming August, or whenever you're watching this reading, I have to say. And trusting, you've also done that actually. You've trusted a lot in the divine timing of your life. And that almost puts you at ease as well. That's probably what got you out of this energy. A lot of acceptance and trusting that everything is as it should be. And you just have to focus on your day-to-day things. All right. Let's see. Ooh, death. Oh my God, I love it. I can't make that up. Look at that. Shift. Number 9. Oh no, I have to get this one out for you too. Wow. Gratitude. Oh, wow. Okay. Death. Death and a rebirth. Here we are. I mean, I told you, right? I told you. Death and a rebirth and a shift. There's a shift in your life happening. Oh my goodness. Wow. Let's go to death first. Let's read about that. So it says, the noticeable end of a cycle or situation, grieving or mourning a loss in order to heal. It is time to watch the old ways leave itself in the past. Allow feelings of grief or sadness to move through you with ease. Meditate on this when you want to honor an ending, a loss, or letting go of your life with grace. Letting go in your life with grace. Without death, there's no life, and vice versa. Yeah. Skull and rose. The skull and rose symbolize that all is sacred in life and death. Oof. Yeah. All has been sacred coming up to this moment. Like I said, you're very grateful for everything that you've been through. It's kind of like that. That's how you step into your confidence, because you're grateful for everything you've been through, and now you're stepping into a very beautiful new thing. Your life is in bloom. It's beautiful. All right, miracles, divine intervention, the end of a stagnation, and divine inspiration is here now. Drawing this card signifies an aha moment or sudden change in any situation that has been stuck or blocked. A welcome change or answer you have been seeking is here now. Meditate on this symbol when you're feeling stuck and unsure of which way to go or having blocked creativity. You know what? This literally, your reading circles back to pile one. It's really interesting. Usually my readings do that, honestly. There's something about coming full circle here. That is so interesting. Okay. Symbol, breakthrough. Dagas, which is a rune, is a Norse rune. It is the last rune of the Futhar, which is the oldest form of the runic alphabet, and literally means day. This rune is a symbol of fulfillment and achievement. It symbolizes the rebirth, oh my goodness, of the light in one's life. It is the rune of the awakening of the dawn and the day rise. Oh, that is incredible. My goodness. You guys are such a powerful collective. You're going through beautiful changes, beautiful shifts, everything for the better, everything. Step into that confidence, believe in your abilities. You're capable of anything you set your mind to. There's no limitations for you. You're about to believe that. And it's not just me telling you, okay? You're about to truly believe that about yourself, which is the gift in itself. Another home. Here we go. There's no place like home. Wow. There's no place like whatever feels good to you at a soul level, in your heart, in your beings of beings, you know? This is really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Bottom of the deck, pile 3. My goodness. Fate is written in the stars. It's like your triumph was imminent. It was going to happen. It's written in the stars. Your conquering of these challenges was always fated. You're where you're meant to be. Trust divine timing in your life, okay? Yeah. All right, let me read for you. I want to read the fact that it's 50 and that, it's 5. And 5s are about change. All right. 50. So it says, no place like home. Authenticity. Coming home to yourself. Feeling at home. Arriving at a place where you just fit. Being comfortable in your own skin. Your confidence is significant here. Home feels safe and secure. It is a comfortable place to rest and create. A place that is known and you call yours. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity aspect of yourself. No one can take away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet with neither pride nor humility. Instead, you stand in as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. Yes. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You're safe here. in the house of your spirit and spirit. Wow. You are safe here in the house of your spirit and spirit. Yeah. This is very powerful. All of the piles have been so significant. Again, feels like as a collective, we are really shifting into something amazing in this month. Very beautiful. And it's something that we are also deserving of, I have to add as well. It very much feels like we've been, as a collective, we've been working towards this. It's not just like a miracle just comes out of nowhere. No, you've put in the work, the dedication. It's like you fought all this way to become who you are and be authentic and love your authenticity as well. Because the hardest part of, sometimes you are authentic, but you struggle to love yourself because of who you are. And this is part of what you're achieving as well. It's really, wow. When I tell you guys are connected to Pile 1, you are, because they got the same card. So receive. It's time to receive. It's time to receive this confidence that's coming in for you. Be open to receive goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. Your worthiness is significant as well. A gift is coming to you soon, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Pile 3, for letting me read for you. I also want to thank your spirit guides for being here and helping me deliver this message to you. I want to thank you for your support, for your subscriptions, for your comments, your likes, sharing your stories, and for watching. And I really hope that you have an amazing month moving forward. And just in general, moving forward, a lot of goodness is coming into your life, and it's time to receive that. And I'll see you in the next readings. You guys have a good one.